Hey, good Monday morning, everyone. Bam weather meteorologist Matt Griffin here with kind of the first seasonal outlook here for South America. Wanted to go ahead and give us a video here and let's take a look at the seasonal outlook. Before we go forward into the forecast, a quick look at the last 90 days here as far as rainfall is concerned. Not a whole lot into Argentina. There's been some moisture there, Mato Grosso do Sul to the east, to eastern Brazil. But a lot of areas running dry into Argentina. You can see a sliver of moisture here just south of Cordoba for some moisture over the past 90 days here. So want to take a look here, guys, at our temperatures, and you can see generally temperatures has run above normal for the most part here as well. And the latest root zone soil moisture drought indicator, pretty lackluster there into Argentina. Same deal kind of into eastern Brazil as well, but especially Argentina. You can see kind of the glaring soil moisture levels in some of those spots. Been dry has been kind of a continued theme in some of those areas here. The really a large kind of part of the forecast and the seasonal outlook is the strong, the very warm ocean waters off of South America here. This is called the Enzo region 1-2, and they're very warm. It's going to have very big implications on the South American forecast moving forward here. Let's take a look here, guys. And again, I'm going to bring this out. This is kind of the top analogs here: 91, 97, 02, 09, 15, especially 97 and 15. Considering similarities with the Enzo 1-2 region. This is how they look. These are what the analogs look like. Now, is this going to exactly be the forecast one-to-one? No, but it does a really, really good idea, I think, of seeing the risk here. And you can see especially kind of southern Brazil, Uruguay, some of these areas here, guys, that's where the best moisture is. And then I know there's some moisture opportunities. Cordoba points off to the south. There's a little bit more variability as far as some of these locations are concerned. And then it's a drier signal, especially kind of Mato Grosso and points off to the north. I know we're kind of areas into Brazil kind of expanding the agriculture land north here. And it's especially the further north we go in some of these areas, the more and more issues that we can run into as far as the moisture is concerned. Again, you take a look at 97 as far as versus normal, and it definitely favors, again, you can see some of these areas, southern Brazil above normal. Same with 15. But notice towards Argentina how it's not as a much of a wet look. Some of those areas. So there's some variability as far as Argentina is concerned, but a decent signal of dryness further off to the north here. We take a look at some modeling here, guys. This is the NMME model. It has a very, very similar look to what I just showed you on the analogs here. Looks pretty similar to this map here. This is the CANSIPS model. Again, the same theme here. It's a little bit drier into Argentina. And then we take a look at the CFS monthly model, and you can see it's got a similar idea. It's a little bit wetter north and south here. I think it's probably a little bit too widespread at the moisture, but you get the idea. The analogs match, the data matches for a generalized similar look here, and even the European seasonal model here, which I don't think is doing too bad at all. It looks a lot like our analogs here. Okay. Again, this is kind of the map I've made here, guys, as a general idea. Above normal in some of these areas. Not ready to go much above normal just yet, but that's something we'll be fine-tuning to see how much above normal we can be in some of these areas. I went equal chances, areas Cordoba into Argentina here. If I had to kind of swing one way or the other as far as the risk in these areas, it would be wetter given the El Nino signals. Okay, and then I went below normal, and then I especially went much below normal here in some of these areas, some of the analogs, and especially the Euro seasonal, trying to indicate a little bit of even a more drier risk in some of those areas. The risk would be slightly wetter, but I feel pretty decent about the below normal precipitation September, October, November in these areas into much of kind of the northern half of Brazil, so to speak here. Okay, temperatures wise, let's kind of flip the script here. This is a little bit more generalized, above normal temperatures for much of Brazil. I think things can lean a little bit cooler into Argentina here. I don't think it's a huge below normal signal, but I think some below normal temperatures will be possible. You can see what the analogs suggest as far as the temperatures are concerned. It's a little bit cooler there into Argentina. You can see kind of the warmth more focused off to the north here. Again, we look at 1997, 2015 has this generalized warm north, cool south type of look here, and this is kind of a big factor into the temperatures for South America here. The data is generally has this type of vibe. Again, the Euro seasonal warm north, you can see it's trying to indicate at least some cooler risk to the south here. This is what the CFS monthly has. Again, it's got that warm north, kind of cooler risk to the south here. Both the CANSIPS model I'm showing us here and the NMME model for September to October kind of have this generalized idea of warmth to the north, a little bit cooler to the south, although you can see the smiles a little bit warmer here. So factoring in a little bit more of the analogs here, thinking we can see the cooler risk here, and that's why we have this type of look here as far as those temperatures are concerned for South America. Okay, I guess the risk to this overall would be things aren't as cool into Argentina, and see if we can fine tune maybe in a much above normal area into Brazil. So that's the latest thinking. That's the latest breakdown, guys. If you have any questions for us, of course, please reach out, and have a great and fantastic rest of your Monday.